We're often taught that success is something you have to chase, to grind for, to force into existence. But the truly elite, those who seem to attract opportunity and fulfillment effortlessly, know a deeper truth. Success isn't pursued, it's attracted. It's the natural result of a highly refined mental framework. If your internal system is wired for scarcity and doubt, you will, by a law of mental physics, attract difficulty. But if it's wired for abundance and strategic focus, success will flow toward you. The problem is, most people work obsessively on their external actions without ever debugging their internal operating system. You can have the best business plan or the most impressive education, but if your mindset is secretly waiting for failure, failure is exactly what you'll find. This isn't mystical thinking. It's cognitive science. Your reality is filtered through your mind, and a scarcity filter only shows you scarcity. This video is your blueprint for installing a new mindset, the internal structure that eliminates self-sabotage and turns your attention into a magnet for opportunity. We're going to break down the essential components that define a truly successful mindset. These are not traits you're born with. They are skills you meticulously build. Mastering them will ensure your default state is one of expecting and receiving success. Let us start with the principle that separates the victim from the victor: the power of radical ownership. The foundational component is radical ownership. This principle is simple but brutal. You must accept 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life, both good and bad. This is the death of the victim mindset. When a business deal fails or a project collapses, the victim asks, "Who can I blame?" The superior mind asks, "Where did I fail to prepare, adapt, or execute?" Radical ownership doesn't mean you're always at fault. It means you're always in control of your response. When you own the outcome, you inherently own the power to change it. The moment you declare, "I am responsible for my current results," you unlock the potential to create new, superior ones. The second component is applying the high-value filter. This is the conscious decision to rewire your brain to focus relentlessly on solutions, not problems, and on opportunity, not scarcity. The average mind is programmed to see everything that could go wrong. This paralyzes ambitious action. The high-value filter trains your focus to immediately pivot from "why is this difficult?" to "how can I leverage this difficulty?" It recognizes that problems are just opportunities in disguise. If your internal dialogue is dominated by what you lack: time, money, skills, you're broadcasting scarcity. The superior mind instead asks, "What assets do I have right now to move forward?" By prioritizing abundance and strategic solutions, you direct your attention to the highest value actions, which naturally attracts success. Because where attention goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, results manifest. Now we're at the third, most transformative component: the identity shift. This isn't about wanting success. It's about operating from the identity of someone who already has it. See, if your current identity is "I'm trying to achieve this," your actions will be hesitant and your inner voice will be full of doubt. You have to flip that. The shift is from trying to being. You are a successful person who is currently executing the steps. This changes everything. When a challenge comes up, you stop asking, "Can I do this?" Instead, you ask, "What would the most successful version of myself do right now?" This new identity shapes your actions, your words, and even your body language. You stop looking for external validation because you start radiating a quiet confidence that comes from knowing your own worth. The world doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. Next up, the fourth component, the precision principle. A scattered mind gets scattered results. A successful mind operates with military-grade clarity. This means you need to define success with ruthless, quantifiable detail. Vague goals like "I want to be rich" or "I want a better career" are useless. The precision principle demands you get specific. By this exact date, I will have generated this specific amount of revenue by mastering this specific skill and serving this specific audience. This specificity does two things. First, it makes your goals measurable and trackable. Second, and more importantly, it clears out all the mental clutter. Your brain can't solve a vague problem, but when you give it a precise target, your subconscious goes to work, filtering information and guiding your attention toward the exact actions needed to hit that target. This focused mental energy is essential for attracting the resources you need. The fifth component is emotional detachment. This is your ability to maintain a mental distance from the outcomes of your actions. It's not about losing your passion. It's about getting rid of emotional ups and downs. Most people's confidence is fragile. Most people's congeal. It shatters with one rejection or a small setback, leading them to make decisions out of fear. But a superior mind treats every outcome, win or lose, as neutral data. You detach from the excitement of a win, which prevents you from getting lazy. And you detach from the pain of a loss, which prevents you from getting stuck. Your decisions then come from a place of objective assessment, not fear or celebration. This detachment allows you to act boldly, because you know the worst-case scenario is just more information to learn from. This emotional stability projects immense power and makes your success independent of fleeting external praise. The sixth component of a success-attracting mindset directly builds on detachment, viewing failure as data. The traditional mindset sees failure as proof that you aren't good enough, which leads to shame and quitting. But the mindset that attracts success views failure as mandatory feedback. Every single mistake is a piece of information that gets you closer to the correct answer. When a strategy doesn't work, you don't declare yourself a failure. You declare the strategy ineffective and immediately pivot. This simple reframe removes the fear of action. If you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to act, and standing still is the opposite of attraction. The superior mind processes setbacks quickly, extracts the lesson, and reinvests that learning into the next attempt without the baggage of personal judgment. This high-speed evolution ensures that you are constantly adapting, optimizing, and moving toward your goal faster than anyone else. The seventh component is future pacing. This is the deliberate practice of experiencing your future success in the present moment. Now, this goes way beyond simple visualization. It requires you to consciously immerse yourself in the emotional and sensory reality of your desired outcome. Don't just think about having that success. Vividly feel the specific pride, certainty, and satisfaction of achieving your goal. This anchors that positive emotion to the actions you're taking today. This practice eliminates the friction of hard work because you are no longer chasing some abstract goal in the distance. You're simply executing the actions required by a reality you have already emotionally accepted. This sustained positive expectation is the most potent magnet for success. It signals to your brain that the desired outcome is inevitable, not just merely possible. So there you have it. You now possess the 7 core components of a mindset that attracts success. From the foundation of radical ownership to the magnetic certainty of future pacing, you have the entire blueprint for what I call the superior self-system mindset. Remember, success is not a cosmic lottery. It is an internal creation. You cannot change your external reality without first changing your internal operating system. The average person waits for external success to finally feel confident. The superior mind generates that internal certainty first, and external success follows as a direct result. Your work is not just about executing tasks. It's about debugging your own mind. I want you to choose one of these 7 components, the one that challenges you the most, and make it your non-negotiable focus for the next 7 days. Start seeing failure as data. Start operating from your desired identity. Start exercising radical ownership over your entire life. Do not wait for conditions to be perfect. The mindset that attracts success is created through consistent application, not just thinking about it. Begin now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.